Okay.
Yeah, let's do an official intro.
Official.
Yeah. Okay. Are you ready?
And
welcome back to We Stayed Late.
Welcome back to We Stayed Late.
Guess what boys with us today?
Welcome back.
welcome
back to We Stayed Late.
Sam, you want to do our intro for us?
Welcome back to We Stayed Late.
That's actually the description on the podcast. What's this podcast about? Okay.
That's about it.
That's about right.
We have a little sponsor today
Oh,
that we have
we're
to
getting
read.
started in
Oh boy, it's our first sponsor ever.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're jumping on.
Who is it?
Wow.
Who is it?
It's a little hello.
Hello.
Fresh.
Hello,
Hey.
Fresh.
Hi, Fresh.
How come we
Or
don't have
hello,
HelloFresh?
Fresh.
All right.
In case anybody doesn't know, we are on the same podcast. What is it? Like a
Network.
Audio boom.
Audio boom. As
We put the boom in audio.
is that
that
their
what they
slogan?
Mm.
We got a little HelloFresh sponsorship, so we gotta take a couple.
If you
we gotta
want
take
some
a-
grunge.
If you want a little bit of grunge, you can get some HelloFresh. Luis, do you want to do us the honors of starting up?
Oops. Here we go, everybody. HelloFresh. Did you guys know HelloFresh is the meal kit delivery service that makes cooking more fun?
Wow.
So you can focus on the whole experience, not a little bit, but the entire shebang experience, and not just the final plate. Oh, that's what it says. Now listen. Each week, HelloFresh creates new, delicious recipes with step-by-step instructions.
And they are delicious.
They're extremely delicious.
It is very tasty.
To take around, 30 minutes for everyone from novices. So if you're
That's
just
like me.
If you're a dumb little boy who doesn't know how to cook, that's okay.
that Sam?
To seasoned home cooked shorts. Oh,
Wait.
I just had a stroke, everybody. From novices to seasoned home cooks short on time.
Oh.
Anyone else want to?
Yeah, HelloFresh sources the freshest ingredients measured to the exact quantities needed, so there's no food waste, which is awesome because we usually buy like a bunch of shit. Like we buy a bunch of stuff at the grocery store.
I was
and
trying
like,
to hold my breath through the ad read.
and we buy a bunch of stuff for like the meal, whatever we're making, and then like
Yes.
all the rest of it goes to waste.
Oh, yeah,
and
I
it
do
just
that all
like
the
it
time.
rots in the fridge, and I'm
I
like,
buy too much food, and then it's all in the
and then
dumpster.
it all goes to the dumpster. But yeah, they deliver food to your doorstep in a recyclable, insulated box for free. Ooh, we got a little cheers
I did
there.
enjoy the box. I like
The box is so cool. Have you guys
box that
gotten
it
HelloFresh
came-
before?
Once.
Once? So
Yes.
it has like a whole ice pack that they pack in the
Yeah.
bottom, and I was not expecting that. It was
I
pretty
made
cool.
a chicken dish from them. It was a salad with potatoes, and you home make the dressing, and it was a breaded chicken.
Yum.
Ooh.
Breast, and I
Little
enjoyed
breast.
it. Yeah, little breast.
We had the turkey burgers with cranberry sauce,
And we had some tacos.
and we had some
pork
tacos and some beef stir fry.
And the
Yes.
beef
Oh my-
stir fry was
so-
my favorite.
That
of
sounds
the
like it would have
three.
been real good nummies right now.
It
That
was
sounds
real
like
good
we could have
nummies.
some nummies.
Oh, that's what we gotta do. We gotta cook them
And then bring 'em here.
Set them out on the table.
Oh my god, that'd be so
Oh.
good.
So would it be still grunch or would it be? We need a new word.
Ooh. We talked about this.
Grinner.
Well, okay, so here's the thing: is I'm like super picky. Like I'm really picky as an eater. And so when we got the stuff, I was like, well, I'm gonna try it because I have to try it. And I tried it, and I absolutely I was like, we have to make this all the time because
Yeah.
I had never had a turkey burger, and we got turkey burgers.
Yeah, it's true. I never had a turkey burger.
And I loved the turkey burger. It was amazing. So
If you've never tried food before,
and it had cranberry sauce on.
get HelloFresh.
Never had food before. Okay, for $30 off your first week of HelloFresh, visit HelloFresh.com and enter WSL30. That's WSL30, and you can get $30 off your first week of Hellofresh, and you'll help us out a little
Look, Spenser is
was
spending a
tasty.
lot of money on these mics.
I did.
On this equipment, and we need to get his money back. So go to HelloFresh and use offer code WSL30. That's right?
bit. Yeah, that's right.
DJ, you want to do the way we read the
Oh, yeah.
our URLs?
I love this.
Yeah, let's
I love this crossover.
www.hellofresh.com. The code
I love it. Oh my God.
WSL30.
Yeah.
Nah.
Amazing. Well, welcome podcast. Welcome back to the podcast. You
Thank
guys, this
you.
is your second time here.
Yes.
We're so
Welcome.
excited. How have you guys been? How are things going?
I'm sweaty.
Ooh, me
I'm
too. It's
sweaty,
a little warm
too.
in
It's a
this
little
room.
warm now. Yeah.
Do you think
there's
they
too
turned off
many
the air?
bodies?
They definitely turn off the AC at 6.
I like
I'm
it.
comfortable. And there's too many bodies in this room now.
And we didn't have video last time you guys were here.
Oh, what?
Hey, we
You
fit
got-
all of us on the screen
I'm
somehow.
not gonna improve my posture. I'm gonna sit like this, and you're
It's
gonna see
okay.
me drinking beer.
Ooh, a little bit of beer.
A little bit of
Beer.
So we brought you guys back, one, because we love you.
Thank you.
But two, because we had a summer box office movie wager
Yes.
that we did last time you were here.
That
And I
won.
have the results.
Oh, good. Now you have.
I have
that-
everything.
Good.
Thank
'cause
goodness,
I
because
Yeah, 'cause I don't remember what I did.
Didn't write it down.
I
Or
wrote it
didn't.
down. And I'm going to go and sell everyone's movie pick.
Hopefully
Okay.
it
And
is
Saloma.
on there. Hopefully I put it on there because if I didn't, I'm going to regret it.
Yep.
Well, did it come after Labor
It
Day
was
weekend?
not qualified.
Yeah,
I
because
think
it
was,
just came out.
Thank God.
So do not worry. I haven't seen it.
It's fine.
It's DJ's crazy.
You know what I
it's
hate?
real good. It's
I'm
I
really
hate the
excited. I want to go
slogan,
see it.
You'll
I
float too.
will not see
Oh,
it.
trust
We talked
me.
about this.
We
Yeah,
talked
you didn't
about
like that slogan.
I don't like that slogan.
Well,
I have
tell us
no
why.
idea- Like, am I floating like a balloon? Because he's
You'll-
holding a balloon?
It pertains.
You'll
Yeah.
get it, and when you get it, you're like, oh, that's
But
actually
the
really
slogan
cool.
is supposed to pull me in to watch the movie. It's not like an afterthought.
They
Like,
assume-
now
Guess
that I've
what?
watched
Now
the
they don't
movie.
need you.
Well, that slogan.
Because that's the thing. They assume everybody who's gonna go watch it has like read the book.
Well,
Well, no,
I
the-
haven't
don't
read
read
the
that
book, by the way.
1,000-page book.
Here's my idea for it.
Don't
The
read the book.
slogan is meant to get the
Don't read the
fans
book.
of the miniseries and the book in, and everybody else just needs to see the creepy clown eating kids, and then you're like, okay, I'm in. That's pretty cool.
Has anybody in here read the book?
I read
Nope.
the book in high school.
No.
Do you like the book?
There's
I mean, it was an experience.
there's a
That's
part
not an
near the end of the
answer.
book that baffles me that
Is it the child orgy scene? Yeah.
It shocks me that it exists, and it shocks me even more that I hadn't heard about it till after I saw the movie and I started reading the summary.
How
of the
that
book.
isn't a big part of just pop culture knowledge. It's
Yeah,
like,
how
we know
have
about
we-
the shape-shifting clown.
Listen.
Why don't we know about this child orgy that
Yeah.
happens? That's pivotal. That
Yeah.
is important.
Yeah.
In the book, in context, it's like very shocking, but it makes sense.
Don't say that.
No.
But it
Don't
but
say that.
in
Don't
but
say
in
that.
context, you're like, this is awful. But the way it plays out is not just gratuitous for no reason. So, but that's
Yeah.
I
I'm not
learned
buying it.
that that book is longer than the first Game of Thrones
It is.
book.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at the Audible, and I was going to check it out.
That's-
33
Listen.
hours is the first book. It is 36 hours.
yeah,
Listen.
it's so long.
Listen, Luis, at a certain point,
At a certain
you
point.
don't need an editor. They just let you. They just let you put your book out.
No.
They stop. They stop checking it. They,
They don't
stop like,
care
hey,
anymore.
maybe cut the orgy part.
I'm
Maybe-
Stephen
maybe-
King.
Maybe no one even got that far.
Yeah, maybe you're a good 200 to 300 pages too long, and you should just snip it out.
Snip it.
snip, snip, do a snip.
George R. R. Martin is definitely at that level because I
Oh,
think the
yeah.
last one was over 1,200 words.
The
1,200
last-
pages, excuse me. 1,200.
last-
That's a breeze.
Ooh, that's a little too
It's a little
much for
essay.
me.
It's a little college
that
essay.
last-
1,200 words.
200
yeah.
words, too
His
much.
last book was split. Like books 4 and 5 were originally one book, and then I think his editors were like, "Stop."
And
Like,
now they
just
don't.
stop
and
and
now-
put out-
you.
And now they
Stop.
don't say that anymore.
And no, and they don't say that, and someone needs to tell him that. I used to be very staunch supporter of like, leave him write when he'll take his time, and now I'm completely on the other side of it. Like, fucking finish your book.
Yeah.
It's your only job.
All right,
Yeah.
5,000 fans.
Although
Let's get it.
I would say, if I were the showrunner of Game of Thrones, I would say, listen, motherfucker. Can I curse on this show?
Yes.
Yes.
I already did.
Fuck yeah.
Listen, Georgie. You're not finishing the books before the show ends. You're writing the last episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh.
You just have him write the last episode of
No,
Game of Thrones.
that would just piss me off even more. I'd be
Nah.
like,
Wait, why?
because you're just writing your ending. You're not like all this time, all these details. It's not even like your story. It's not your ending.
Star. He's not going to finish the books.
He's not going to finish the books. He's
not.
super not going to finish the
Yeah.
books, and I'm forever sad about it.
Because everybody complaining that it's like, I can't believe they did this stuff. It's like they don't know how to like end it. It's like, well, guess what? George R. R. Martin doesn't know how to end it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't know how
Really
he's going to
doesn't.
tie everything
Because
together.
there's only 2 more books he had
Honestly,
left,
I-
right?
Yeah.
Not a goddamn clue.
I gave him leeway until he had some interview with like a bunch of other authors. I think
Yeah.
Stephen King was one of them, like on this panel.
Stephen King
and-
knows how to finish a book.
And he was talking, like writer's block came up, and essentially he was just like, you know how like some days you just don't feel like writing, you just can't do it, and all the other writers just looked at him like, excuse you,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? You write, you get it done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get
Like
writer's
that
block,
was the
that's
look,
fine.
and he was just like, sometimes you just don't feel like he's like every
He doesn't
other
give a
artist in the
fuck.
beginning who
Yeah.
does it for fun and doesn't do it because they have
He
to
doesn't.
do
He also
it.
has like a word processor from the 80s.
Yeah, so it's just
No wonder it
Really?
takes so goddamn long.
so just hearing that
Yeah.
without like,
Nah.
oh, I have depression or something, I'll give leeway to that. But like,
Yeah.
Write your fucking book.
Hey guys, depression isn't real. Didn't you hear that one boxer that somebody really needs to talk to?
Yeah.
He went on that
Yeah.
long
Wait,
rant.
what?
It's like
It-
there is. It's like, is he a boxer, Sam?
Yeah,
He's
some
a boxer or
athlete.
MMA
Yeah.
fighter, something like that.
And he went on this long
Oh, I thought we were
Twitter.
talking about dogs.
No, he went on this long Twitter rant
Also,
about how
yeah.
depression doesn't exist. He felt sad once when his dad died, but he got over it. And as you're reading it, you're like, somebody needs to talk to this guy. I don't think he's legitimately. I think he needs like a hug or something.
Yeah.
Like I think he definitely needs counseling.
Yeah, I followed up on his Twitter and it's like, look, see, everyone agrees with me. He's like, it said many people agree with me. I'm like, yeah, it's Twitter. Everyone's gonna find an
Yeah.
agreement on something
Yeah.
somewhere. Like that doesn't mean you're right.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Unless
mean you
you're
have
talking
any
about-
grasp of how mental
You
illness
could
works.
literally say anything on Twitter and
Yeah.
somebody will.
I say literally anything. Sometimes I just write single words
Yeah.
and I get agreements from it.
Yeah.
Some of my most popular tweets are just one word,
Unless
which stings when I promote something and it fucking
You get
bombs.
12 likes.
Unless you talk about how giving one of the characters in your grounded superhero show a robot arm might be silly, and then everybody jumps down your throat.
I jumped down your throat for that.
I know.
Check it out at onlystupidanswers.com.
Wait, you didn't know that Misty Knight was gonna get a medal?
Oh,
Okay,
it's a can of
listen,
worms.
Listen, Sam explained to me that it might just be a normal prosthetic like we have that has generalized movements but isn't as functional as a normal arm. And I'm like, and she has to go through physical therapy to learn
She
how to
might
do
have
that.
to do that, yeah.
And if that's the case, awesome. I can almost guarantee you she's going to rip off a car door with that arm, and that's a little bit silly. I'm saying once you get to Dragon Bones Under Your City and robot arms, maybe the shows that you
Spoilers.
maybe the
They're
shows that you
still
pitched
in the Avengers world. I mean,
are they though?
Yeah, because Spider-Man got like secret
All I'm
weapons and
saying
shit.
is,
He's fighting bad guys who are getting like secret
right
tech.
off the jump, you said we're pitching these shows as like The Wire with superpowers. This is not the Avengers. This is not that part of the world. And they've all I suggested was maybe they've strayed a little bit from their mission statement. And Twitter did
Probably,
not
yeah.
take kindly to
No,
that.
they did not. Also, because their flagship show is about a guy who can smell different colors in the air.
But,
so it's
everything,
not.
but everything around
I think
him,
a bionic arm that can
everything-
hold a gun is not the
ev-
craziest thing.
everything around him is grounded. So when you give the grounded people that are supposed to surround your hero to make the world feel more believable, you give one of them a robot arm. Suddenly, it just I'm just saying I think it's silly. That's it.
I just,
You're right. Iron Fist is terrible.
Yay!
I wanted. Did you ever watch it?
No, I
Because
didn't.
you're the one Iron
Don't.
Fist fan
I
I
know.
don't.
Did
You
you watch
don't
The
do
Defenders?
that.
I did.
Yeah, he was there.
He was there.
I was there.
Oh,
the
that's
first
right.
two. Yeah.
Yeah, but did you finish it?
I did.
Okay. I just rewatched it. The last 2 episodes are real rough.
God, they are
Yeah,
rough.
rough.
Yeah.
I think the second to last episode is the worst directed episode I've ever seen.
And the
like,
writing
it is just
is
a bunch
real,
of garbage.
like,
Like
you
it's
want-
really cutty,
Yeah.
and everything is childish and just like Dutch, and it doesn't make any sense.
Every like
Not gonna lie, the
And no
ending is
actor.
kind of a blur for me because I kept having to go to the bathroom to
Oh
puke.
yeah, that's right.
So
don't
I don't
stir
feel
up
like I
cheese.
missed much either. I was just like, okay, like
I was
there's
heavily
dragons.
drunk when I saw that.
There's dragons under the city.
Yeah.
Electra's still crazy.
There's
Matt's
dragons
being-
under the city.
I felt so
Matt's
bad
being-
for you, Star.
Matt's being real dumb, like with Elektra. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna. All right. And
Yeah,
I'll just leave
see,
to
and
go puke.
again, Madame Gal looks at that dragon skeleton. She's like, "Yeah, these used to fly around when I was a girl." Again,
Thousands
on
of
your
years
show,
ago.
everybody gives me the same thing. Well, listen, Daredevil has powers. It's gotten a little bit silly, is all
But,
I'm saying. And if you're
all-
gonna go silly, I
all I
say
was
go
saying
full
was-
Arrow Flash silly.
What I was saying was your point of argument was the prosthetic arm that could do more than maybe a normal
That
one
was
instead
the
of
straw that broke the camel's back,
there you
Sam.
go. Is that what see? But instead of the dragon
That was
bones
your
underneath
line?
New York
So
City.
the arm is more your
No,
line.
my line.
Yeah, that's
my-
what his line was.
No, my line.
Yeah, that's what his
my
line
line
was.
was the dragon
I
under
was
the
gonna
city.
say, I'm like, let's say the line's the dragon.
No, my
for
line was the
sure.
dragon under the city. I just think it's stupid that Misty has a robot arm in the comics, so I think it's stupid they didn't need it in a show, and so I'm going to continue to think that it's
But it's
stupid.
part of her character.
No, it's
design.
not. What her part of her character is her being a detective.
No,
How does
design,
it's
design.
like
Part of her character.
I don't care.
design.
it'd be
It's
like,
like
saying
Iron
like
Man not getting his suit of armor.
yeah, it's like, hey man, why isn't Commissioner Gordon running around in a robot bunny suit? He had that in the comics. Like, yeah, maybe because that doesn't
But
fit the
not, like,
Batman
all
story
the
you're telling.
time.
It's like somebody watching The Dark Knight Rises, like, I can't believe they never gave Commissioner Gordon his robot bunny suit.
It's not the
It
same.
didn't fit the tone of the show you were making.
That was a big failure on DC's part.
Yeah, or like
They
Not
could've got
giving the
more
robot
money.
bunny suit.
And, you know,
No,
what,
the
Christopher
idea-
Now
Nolan-
watch
idea of the
Injustice
bunny
League.
suit.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it.
Well,
You're
but
gonna
in
be like,
Justice
well,
League, it fits the tone of that. It fits the tone of that world. You know what I mean? Like that's the reason why in The Dark Knight they never did like Poison Ivy or Mr. Freeze because
Right.
it didn't really fit the type of thing you're making. And so when you say this is the type of thing we're making, but also robot arms, well, it's like, hey, maybe then you can have a little more fun with it and do other crazy things, like go full on
Like dragons?
Arrow and Flash and
I don't know. Maybe the next seasons will be more like Scott Pilgrim, and I'll be real excited. Be
I
real
like
silly.
Scott Pilgrim.
Didn't? Oh, yeah. Whoa, I love it.
love
What was I talking? What was in my thought just now? Oh, forgot it.
Wait a minute.
Ooh,
It was
goodbye forever.
hold on. It was something about a movie's list
Yeah.
that we made months ago, and I don't remember.
My
what it
God.
is. And I said Emoji Movie was gonna do well. I know I'm gonna lose. I already know I'm gonna lose, but I'm gonna fight honorably.
So I have the list right in front of me right here in paper because people still use that.
Yes.
And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the list of everyone's first pick, and then I'm going to say what really got number
Okay.
one.
Okay,
Okay.
that works.
Now, to
that works.
clarify, everybody, our summer movie wager is going from Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend. So
Yeah.
that excludes Guardians of the Galaxy
Okay.
and Alien Covenant.
Okay.
Okay.
Wiener Women
And
is in
it.
there.
Yes, she is in there.
By the way, just gotta say on Reddit, I saw Wonder Woman 2 better take place during World War II because then it'd be WW2. WW2. It'd be really. I mean,
Yep.
it,
Yeah,
or,
I'm in. I'm in.
or
Other than
WW2 2. It'd be like WW2 squared.
Squared.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, other than that joke, I think it'd be real dumb to put in.
It would be really
yes.
dumb, but I just want that joke.
Yeah.
I just I
Maybe
need
someone
that
will make
joke.
a trailer for it.
There you go.
A trailer joke, if
Yeah.
you will. So this is the way the point distribution is going to be let. You know, if you're really smart with the math, you could keep it up, and maybe you'll know the answers before me.
But you already did that.
I already
right?
did the
Good.
math
All
on
right.
Excel.
I thought you
Actually,
was gonna ask us.
Google
No.
Sheets. I think it's going to replace it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now they
so,
all know. Spoilers.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Don't look. Don't zoom in yet.
zoomed.
So basically,
Zoom
this
and
is how points- this is how it's going to work. If you're dead on number 1 and number 10, well, baby boy, you got 13 points. If you get it dead on, you get 10 points.
Wow.
Now, if you're 1 spot away, you get 7 points.
Wow.
Now, if you're 2 spots away, you get 5 points.
Wow.
Now, if it's on the list in general, you get 3 points.
Wow.
Now,
Guys, see-
everyone picked dark horses. They're not on the top 10, but you're like, that might make it on there. You get 2 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that video of Owen Wilson's Wow played
Yes.
in reverse? Great.
Reverse.
Yeah, they did in
Reverse.
reverse. It's still wow. It's still wow. Just all the footage is backwards. It's literally the same video that like went viral a little while ago.
We're going to get him on the
great.
podcast.
Yeah, we'll get Owen on the podcast.
Oh, Owen.
Owen.
Oh, good old
Good old
Owie.
Owen.
Good old Owen.
Good
Owen.
old-
Nobody knew this. Owen Wilson was one of our editors at SourceFed.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. So we're going to go with the number 1 picks that we had. Spencer, you picked Spider-Man.
Ooh, not a good choice.
DJ, you picked Cars 3.
Okay. That might
Sam-
have worked out.
Sam, you picked Despicable Me.
Hold on. None of us picked Wonder Woman for the top?
Star, you
Okay.
picked Spider-Man. And then I picked Spider-Man. Obviously, the winner, Wonder Woman.
Win,
with
win.
$410 million.
She made a
Good
shit
for
ton
that.
of money.
Because
for
I'm
her.
going to be honest with you, as
I
far
didn't
as summer,
trust it. I didn't trust DC.
as far as summer blockbusters go, that's the movie of the summer.
That's the, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Spider-Man was fun.
Spider-Man's fun. Yeah.
I like Spider-Man a lot.
I enjoyed Spider-Man.
It's probably- I would rewatch. That's a rewatchable movie for me.
I
Let's-
put that as my number 1. I never saw it.
Really?
You missed out. It's real funny.
I'm an asshole.
It's a really
I
fun
wanted to go
movie.
see
You
it
can catch it on
I just
on
never-
Netflix.
on Reddit.
On Reddit.
On Reddit.
Is it?
That's
it's
some
it's probably
solid
one of.
jokes.
It's in my top. I mean, I need to rewatch it because maybe I'm on the high.
Yeah, I
I
watched
always
it.
get on a high after
Yeah.
a movie, and I love everything.
I watched it twice, and now a few months later, I've gotten kind of angry about
Oh
it.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's not spoil it for me
Oh,
yet.
I kind of want. I want to know the angry.
Let's finish this list off so we can get into this.
Turns out I'm an opinionated boy.
What?
Who knew?
Wait
In
a-
a shocking twist.
So for number 2, Spencer, you picked Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ooh, not a good choice.
That was a bad
DJ, you
decision.
picked Despicable Me
Hold
3.
on. It's not that it was a bad. It ended up being wrong, but your logic is decent.
It was
I mean,
sound.
I'm
logic.
going to say
Logic.
all of our logic is pretty sound.
It's pretty sound.
Yeah, with no foresight.
Which,
And then so DJ, you picked Despicable Me 3.
did I not put Wonder Woman as the second?
Nope.
No,
She's
none of
later down
I'm
the
gonna
list.
guess none of us did very well with Wonder Woman.
Cars 3 was Sam's pick. And then Star, you also picked Cars 3.
Heyo.
And I picked
Heyo.
Despicable Me 3.
five.
The real winner was Spider-Man Homecoming.
Hey.
Oh, so we were 1 away.
So we were 1 away. There you go.
Not
Okay.
bad,
So
everybody.
I can't remember when we did this. Was this
This
before
was-
Wonder Woman came out?
Yes.
Yes.
It
This
was
is
just-
before.
All we were getting about Wonder Woman were we were barely getting billboards, and people were complaining about how they're not marketing it, and
I
people were
remember all
suspicious
that.
about like
Okay.
if you're not marketing it, is it good?
Yeah.
And that's what
All
was
right.
going on at the time.
We got Spencer's third pick, Transformers.
I have never been more angry in a theater before.
Agreed.
Why would you see that
I-
movie?
For
we,
the
we have a
podcast.
movie podcast.
You can't do
I
it. You
tried
gotta
to
be
fall
like-
asleep in it, couldn't, then did. Woke up 20 minutes later, didn't miss a beat of that goddamn movie. That movie's the shortest out of all the Transformers movies, but somehow it was the longest.
It felt like a guy literally answered a phone call in our theater, and I looked over and I was like, "This is fine. That's fine. I'm not angry."
Right
with you."
next to you,
Yeah.
not someone in the back.
No, yeah, literally right
in
next
your
to
ear.
me. He and his kid were talking, and then he took a phone call, had a full conversation, and I was like, I would too if somebody
You
called
ever
me right now.
You ever been so mad about something that you want to start like thrashing? You ever
Yes.
want to start like freaking out? I had to control myself not to do that in the theater because that movie was such
here, let me help you.
fucking garbage. Like such. I can't. Nothing was funny. No, DJ broke it.
It's okay.
I didn't
Oh,
break
DJ
it.
broke it.
No,
That's
keep
okay,
talking, keep
sometimes.
ranting.
No, yeah, no. I'm just saying this
Sometimes I
movie.
do this.
There are so many moments of that movie that like I can't believe they got Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, what
to be
the
a part
fuck
of that
was he
movie.
doing in
Good
that
actors
movie?
in those movies.
Cashing a check. He was cashing a major check.
He
That's
just
what
got
he
off
was doing.
Westworld. What is he
Fucking
doing?
dumb. So fucking
It's real
dumb.
bad. It was.
We were mad
Yeah.
in that podcast.
I still
Yeah,
am.
I
I'm
recommend that podcast.
Yeah.
You
Question,
check it out.
the
It's a good
episode is
episode.
good. The episode is
Episode's
good.
real good because we tore into that movie.
Worse? 300? Rise of the whatever?
Worse than that.
Worse than that.
Wow, worse than that?
Wow. That's a
I
great,
didn't-
that's a
I
great
Chorus of
TV
Owen
movie
Wilson.
show.
I didn't want to.
I've never won anything more in my life.
I actively wanted to escape the theater.
Yeah, we should have left.
Yeah, we should have
really
left.
should've
We would have
left.
been fine.
Great. Don't watch Transformers. The Rise of the Dark Knight Transformer.
It makes me. It makes me angry. It makes me angry that the other ones exist. Like it retroactively made me. Angry at the first one, which I enjoyed in the theater. Now
Yeah.
I'm angry that that one exists.
That
God-
started all this.
That's how I feel
Yeah.
about Pirates of the Caribbean.
I
listen,
rewatched Pirates of the
Yeah.
Caribbean,
The
the
first
first
one?
one,
Yeah.
after Luis turned on Pirates of the Caribbean
No,
music.
I
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
Or no,
Oh, she
Star
did.
did
Star
it.
did
I
it.
did it. I get credit for that business.
I did it.
And
Sam
it was
did
so
it.
cheesy, but it was so good.
It's fun.
It's
I don't
so
think I could turn on
fun.
the first one. Then again, I haven't watched the two most recent ones, so
No.
I haven't
I don't
either.
see the recent one I saw.
No.
It's-
I'm not seeing the new one.
No, but the
ever.
first one was
First
like,
one-
oh, this is, but it knew what it was.
How cool was that twist when he had the coin?
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
So fucking good.
cool.
And then
so cool.
I tried to learn how to do the quarter thing.
I can do. Did we talk about that?
I think
Where
we
was I
might have.
around you when I can do that. I taught
I feel
myself.
like
We did
I've
talk about
seen
that,
you
yeah.
do
I think we
that.
talked about it during when we were talking about Pirates of the
last
Caribbean. Yeah.
the first Will Turner Captain Jack fight where they get launched up into the rafters and they
So
fight, like,
cool.
that reminds me of like it makes me think of Men in Black, where like that first movie's basically
Yeah.
perfect, and you're like,
Yeah.
Why the fuck did they
What happened?
revisit this?
Yeah,
But
why?
they knew
Or
what
how
they
could
were
it have-
doing.
No, but how could it have been that bad 2 more times? How?
I know. I think the third one was actually a script from the cartoon that they just expanded into.
That's a bad
Why?
move. You shouldn't have done that.
I still, and I will say this every time Men in Black comes up, why haven't you made a live action series yet? I think it would be very successful.
You see the cartoon series?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I couldn't get
It
into
was
it at the
fine.
time.
I
did
liked it.
as
I
a little
liked-
as
as
a
a
little
kid.
baby boy. I liked it.
I
As a
liked
little
it too.
fetus.
If they made a
Little
reboot of that,
fetuses.
I'd watch that too.
Yeah.
I'd watch the animated.
Where are we? Spider-Man,
We
DJ?
We're number
we're
3.
going to 3.
DJ, you picked Spider-Man as number 3.
Okay.
Sam, you picked Spider-Man as number 3.
Hey.
Star, you picked Wonder Woman as number 3. I think you're the
Hell
first Wonder
yeah,
Woman pick.
you
Oh,
are.
no, I also picked Wonder Woman too.
I had a little bit more. I was just like,
Copying
I know I'm
Star.
going to see it. I knew
No,
a lot
I
of girls
did.
were going to see it, so I figured.
And the real winner
Bump up.
is Despicable Me 3.
Hey.
Wait, what did I pick?
Oh, you picked Transformers. That's
Oh,
how
yeah,
we
that's
got in the
right. Okay.
Transformers pick. Yeah. Trey Parker's Despicable Me 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he was the bad guy.
We voiced the villain.
He voiced the
The
villain.
villain
Oh,
idea
okay,
was
okay.
pretty cute. I didn't watch the movie, but I liked the idea.
watched
of
it. It was all right.
He was an 80s child star, and he just lives in the 80s. So he has like 80s memorabilia.
Because everyone loves it.
Is.
Number 4, Spencer, you finally came around and picked Wonder Woman.
Hell yeah.
DJ, you followed suit and also picked
Hell
Wonder
yeah.
Woman.
Hell
and
yeah.
as a good friend, Sam, you also joined him picking Wonder Woman.
It's almost like we talked about our picks before we came in here.
Yeah.
I think we did a car ride together.
Yeah.
Star, you picked Baby Driver as
Nice.
number 4. And
Fuck.
I picked Transformers. Now, the real winner was Dunkirk
Oh.
at 183 million. I haven't been saying the money lately.
You guys see that?
Which
Dunkirk?
one?
I
Dunkirk?
didn't-
No,
I
I
didn't
don't
get to
watch
see it
movies
yet.
like
I
that.
want to. I
What?
just haven't had the time.
Christopher Nolan or war movies?
War Pixar movies. I don't watch. Honestly, I watch cartoons. I watch comedies. I watch action movies.
Star, I want you to watch
Anything-
Bone Tomahawk.
Anything.
Oh no.
Anything
She'd
that's
come back
serious.
different.
Yeah.
Anything that's actually serious business or like a horror or like Oscar nominations, I've probably never, not never, but rarely seen
You
them.
didn't see Moonlight?
No.
Moonlight's real
Moonlight's
good.
really good.
You like
Yeah.
Moonlight?
I have La La Land a screener disc in my apartment. I have not opened
You'll
it either.
love La La Land.
La La
Oh,
Land.
probably.
La La Land's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Probably.
I
I
really
just
like
I
La La
don't
Land.
I don't watch
should
Oscar
watch-
noms. They're all made to make you cry, and I do
That's
that.
why I don't watch any Pixar
I
movies
do that
anymore.
too much in real life.
La La Land does not. I don't remember it making
I
me
don't think it
cry.
makes you cry.
But it does make you very happy because the musical element of it is really good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But you should check out Moonlight.
real fun.
And,
It's- as long
and you
as you-
should
Yeah.
check out.
I know
Yeah.
it's about Miami. It has
Yeah.
all the things
You
that
should
I would
watch
be interested
Bone
in. And I'm just
Tomahawk.
like, I don't. No, is it scary?
Don't.
No, it's a comedy.
It's some say a sequel to the Bad
Step
News
Brothers?
Bears.
Yeah.
Bad News Bears. I was driving by a park the other day, and the park was named Bad News Bears Park in LA.
hilarious.
Probably where they shot it.
You think so?
Maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
I don't know what inspired first. Yes, yeah. So let's move on to number 5. Oh boy, Spencer picked War of the Planet of the Apes.
Love that movie.
Real good.
DJ, you picked Transformers. Sam, you also picked Transformers.
I was copying DJ.
Star, you picked Atomic Blonde. And then I picked
What a
Cars.
garbage movie.
I picked Cars 3. But the real winner here is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hey,
with
I was close.
172 million.
That made over $100 million.
I contributed a ticket.
No.
I didn't regret it.
Star, how dare you?
Okay, can we talk about Atomic
I didn't
Blonde
wanna
for
Yeah.
like 2
go.
Such
seconds?
Yeah,
a
let's-
fucking bad. No.
But
okay.
the one fight
no,
scene.
There's the one fight
okay.
scene that the whole movie's based on. Great.
Yeah.
But the entire premise also cool. But they totally fuck it with the stupid interviews where you're like,
Yeah.
here's this cool action happening, but we'll cut away. Also, here's a shit ton of 80s songs that you know, kinda, but they actually don't pertain to what's happening. They're just being played because you like them. That's
Right.
it.
Which movie is this?
Atomic
Atomic
Blonde.
Blonde.
Your pick.
I didn't see it.
It was okay,
Fine,
and
you
I
didn't miss
also
anything.
had a problem with the fact that they were, it was produced by Charlize Theron.
Right, we had
So
this
like we had this Luis and I had this conversation, but like they could have done. They hypersexualized her. They like shot her from a male gaze, and it was almost too much.
Really?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it was,
I didn't pick
like
up
I
on
went to
that.
see it with Hannah,
I-
and you saw it with Sarah,
Yeah,
right?
and me and Sarah had this conversation too
And
about
Hannah
it.
and I had this conversation because
Hypersexualized? Because you see her pretty much beat to shit for most
Yeah,
of the movie.
like there's like the part where she puts the mic on, like where she's
and they're
getting
just
mic,
they go
and it's
from
just
her
based
foot
all the way
way
through the-
up to her breast.
I thought that was her explaining that she uses her sexuality as a weapon to like do espionage and shit. Not so much, hey, this is for the
Well,
audience.
I
Now,
think-
Sam,
think
hold
that's the
on, hold
idea.
on a
I mean,
second.
I could be totally wrong, but that's how I
I will say,
perceived it.
Sam, because you fall into a trap that I get into occasionally. Because again, as we've established, I'm opinionated.
What?
You're defending a movie that you don't like.
Shit.
Yeah. No, I do this all the time. I do this all the time where like I'm halfway through an argument and I realize, why am I arguing for a movie that I don't enjoy?
Shit. Yeah, I'll shut up. Go ahead. Yeah.
Look, I will say this about the movie when I was watching it. Plot, whatever, sexualized, whatever. There are certain shots
Their shots are so cool.
that almost like, damn, I want to make a movie now.
Yeah.
Because how beautiful and crisp it looked. I was like, man, the way that light hits and
Yeah.
the way that the colors
There were some really
are
cool
balancing,
shots.
I'm like, I want to start filming again.
Yeah.
When I saw that movie. But, of course, there are issues with everything else.
Can I say about Atomic Blonde?
Yes.
I rewatched John Wick 2 recently, and that movie's amazing.
John Wick 2
Oh,
is the
yeah, that's
shit.
very
John Wick
good.
2 is so good.
I'm kind of scared because this director who did Atomic Blonde is doing Deadpool 2. And so.
Yeah.
They'll probably be fine.
He might have more studio control. Like the studio might be more in control of
Deadpool's
that
a
movie.
movie for teenage boys. It's fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's just Atomic Blonde. Well, especially sitting next to. I think we both had that kind of experience. Sitting next to somebody who is of the female gender.
That was your mistake. You went with girls.
Yeah.
Dummies.
Watching that movie, it puts things into a different perspective when you're watching it because you're watching them watch it and they're like, "Fuck, God, again."
Yeah, you know what
Every
did
time
that with
they
me
do
is seeing Gone Girl with my fiance.
What?
You guys see Gone Girl?
Yeah.
No.
Saw that with
I
my
don't watch those movies.
yeah,
as
saw that
we've
with my
established.
fiance.
Is that not a good
Made
idea?
it made it a different experience. You suddenly start looking at them like, What are you planning? What schemes?
What are you
What
planning?
schemes you got going on? That's a great movie though. Gone Girl's amazing.
I like Gone Girl.
Gone Girl
Yeah, it's
blew
really
my
good.
fucking mind.
Yeah, it's so good.
That's what Ben Affleck. I'm excited to see him as Batman. And
Yeah.
you know what, guys? People are gonna hate me. I don't like him as Batman.
Oh, I don't. I like him. I actually think there is potential for him to be the best on-screen Batman.
He's too one-noted and too brooding for me. I need a little bit more range.
I don't think that's his fault.
I'm neutral.
You might be right.
Yeah, that might not
You might be right.
Ben Affleck he can act.
You're right.
Yeah.
And he's
You're right.
also
It could
he's
be
also
the director pushing it towards that direction.
He's also one of the few times where I felt like when he's like flirting with a girl or whatever, it's like, oh shit, like that. I believe that. Like this isn't an act. You know what I mean? Which always makes sense to Ben Affleck. But also, I think he has the potential to play both halves the best
I want to see it.
of anybody because I love
Maybe in Justice League.
I love
I want to be so bad.
yeah, I love Nolan's Batman movies. Christian Bale's Batman is not the best part of those movies. You know what I mean?
There's cool moments.
There's cool moments, and he's a
moments.
good performer, but he's not like
The
He doesn't
Batman
feel like
hero.
Bruce Wayne Batman.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel like that. And
Right.
as much as we love him, it's really fun to
like-
make fun of his voice.
Yeah.
Earth 72 Batman.
yeah.
There you go.
I was just telling Star and Luis that I didn't realize I'm a dummy and didn't realize that Khal Drogo
Yeah.
is Jason Momoa,
Yes.
and I just had no clue. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watched the
idea.
whole thing,
Yeah.
the whole first season,
Yep.
and just
And
had
you're
no
like, "That's
idea.
Aquaman."
Yeah, and I was like, that guy should have played Aquaman. And I was like, oh, that guy does.
That guy is.
Yeah, that-
The
Yeah,
guy's
that guy's Aquaman.
playing Aquaman.
If
So
y'all
I'm
want a
excited.
treat, look up Jason Momoa's audition for Game of Thrones. He does.
Oh, yeah,
the
I watched it today.
He does the Maori traditional dance and
Yeah.
like the screaming thing, and it's dope.
I'm way on board
Stop.
with him.
Also,
I love it.
cool.
I'm
He
excited.
seems like a cool dude.
Yeah.
Also, if you
Yeah.
want a treat, go look up Jason Momoa's kids. They're fucking adorable.
Yeah.
And
Aw.
who's he married to?
You just went to the whole other perspective of it. Like, you want to see something badass and hot? Look up his audition
Yeah.
tape.
Wanna see something
You're
But
like,
also,
Adorable.
he's a sweet dad.
yeah.
Also, like, but he's
I
a
fucking love
dad.
it.
He's a hot dad.
Does he have any daughters?
Yeah, he has one daughter and one
Oops.
son.
He dates Lisa
Watch
Bonet.
out, future boyfriend of that daughter.
Aquaman's going to get you.
Yeah.
He dates Lisa Bonet.
Yeah, Lisa Bonet.
I don't know who
looks
that is.
younger-
I believe
who
they're
looks
married.
younger than me.
Who's Lisa Bonet?
She was
She
one of
used
the
to be on
Cosby
the Cosby
daughters.
Show.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's like, I think she's 50 and he's 40, and
He's 40?
he's 38 and she's 49, I think.
Hmm.
And
She does not look at.
she does not look 50.
I hope I inherit genes like that. I hope I'm on that track because that would be great.
When
too.
people say, and I forgive me if this is inappropriate,
Eh.
Star, I'm sorry, but when people say black don't crack,
It's
they are
true.
not kidding.
Black
because
don't
I've
crack
met so many
and
people that are
tan
like,
don't. Oh my god, what was it? It was brown don't. Shit, there's another
Brown
one.
don't
Brown
shit.
down shit.
No,
I've never
I
said
met-
it before.
Don't, and you shouldn't
I've met-
say that one.
I've met so many people that it's like, yeah, I'm 20 years older than you. Fuck you, man. Are you kidding me?
I look like I'm 50.
I'm already dying.
Okay, Spencer, I have some
I'm
good
gonna have
news
to
for
remember
you.
that
Oh,
at some
boy.
point
That's fine.
later. But there's a secondary one to it. It's like black don't crack and tan don't, and it's another like complimentary.
Pan, stand, ran, glan.
No.
No.
You don't-
Flan?
I
Would
don't
rhyme
have
with
flan.
brown. None of those.
Flan.
None of those. Oh,
I
tan,
have
tan.
a
Got
phone.
it.
I could look this up. Keep talking. guys.
As we go on to the next pick, Spencer, I have some big news for you.
Hell yeah.
Cars 3 was your pick.
Did I win?
I'm just gonna little secret, everybody. Don't tell anyone.
Okay.
Cars 3 was the pick, so you were spot
Hell
on.
yeah.
With that
Wait,
pick.
I heard that secret.
Oops. Moving on. Planet of the Apes was DJ's pick.
Cool.
Cool.
Pirates of the Caribbean was Sam's pick.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
Star, your pick was Hitman's Bodyguard.
Oh.
What a trash movie.
I never
Even
saw
so
it.
I also did not see it.
This is a fun treat for our fans that don't know this. We record a backup episode in case for some whatever reason one of us is sick, we can't record or whatever, and they can sit there for like months. And we recorded one that Sam was like, the trailer for Hitman's Bodyguard just came out. He was so amped. He's like, we are definitely doing an episode on that.
I wanna
And-
see that.
And in the meantime, since
I had
before,
seen it.
yeah, in the meantime, he got to see it early before we posted that episode, and he already told me like, man, I think that movie's trash. I was like, ooh, and snip that out, throw that away.
Yeah.
because that movie
Okay, so
was
it's
so
it's black
disappointing.
don't crack and beige don't age.
There you go.
That's the
there it
secondary
is.
part of it.
Not as
There it is.
catchy.
Hold on, aren't I? Was it? What's? I thought beige
I
was
don't
of a
know.
lighter tone than apparently it
Beige
is.
is supposed to be for like Latina, like Latin. See, here's the thing. We've
I'm
talked
offended.
about
Not
this
me.
before. Every time I always think DJ's also mixed, and he's not.
You got a little Greek.
Yeah.
Don't tell
I
anybody.
got a little.
some Greek.
I got a little bit. I've gotten to like, man, you just don't look white, and I think I legitimately think that's a very good compliment.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
gonna,
great.
I'm gonna say something that I might regret.
Yes.
Go for it.
We won't judge you for it.
I'm. Anytime someone's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Jewish," I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know that," and I constantly get surprised when people are Jewish.
Okay.
Can you guys spot out Jews?
Look, 'cause they look.
There's the thing you were going to say that you were going to regret. No,
like
I don't
everybody.
spot people like that.
Well, are you talking about the
Like,
the
I didn't know-
religion or
like,
like
Yeah.
the?
I
Luis
don't know.
Gonzalez,
Okay.
surprised by Jews.
Like when Bree was like, "Oh yeah, Jewish," I'm
Yeah.
like, "You're not Jewish," and she's like, "Yeah, I am."
I wish you got mad about
I was
it.
in a situation that I can't really go into in too much detail, but where people were talking about their history or whatever, and the woman next to me was like, "I do da 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 da," and then my husband's a rabbi. Da, da. I was like, "Oh, back it up for a second," because she had the ripped jeans.
Yeah.
And she was like dressed like very hip, and I was like, hold on a second. Like I wanted to take a second. Unfortunately, I didn't get an opportunity. Like, tell me more about that.
Yeah.
What that situation is. Like, is it like are rabbis like pastors now, or there's like the hip young ones? Like,
Right.
Yeah, no, they're cool as fuck.
There you go.
Smoking weed.
Really?
Yeah, rabbis aren't like serious business. I mean, there's
That's
like
amazing.
there's Orthodox where it's just like that's
the
serious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Listen,
Okay, I guess there's
but
probably
there's-
a
Star,
range
rabbis
on
aren't
everything.
serious business.
But there's like rabbis are real chill. My mom used to work at a nursing home,
Well,
and
your
it's
mom used to
Miami
be a
Beach, so
rabbi.
it's like there's we had a lot of like elderly Jewish people come in, so like we knew the rabbis, and they were cool as fuck. They were
Yeah.
real nice.
They're not that chill yet.
Yeah.
They're not that chill yet.
Like in the sense of like, like if you're a religious dude, you're gonna still be conservative, but in the range of like hardcore like kind of stuff. Like there's some chill ones, just like I'm sure there's chill pastors.
They
Oh
got a
yeah,
Twitter.
I grew up
and
with
the-
some chill pastors.
Yeah.
I
and
talked
the-
about Green Lantern, a movie with my pastor.
See?
What?
We
Did he
were
like
both,
it?
No, we were both disappointed. He made a whole sermon about the Green Lantern movie, how excited he was. I was like, I could read comics. He actually helped me get into it, and then we both watched it, and we were both really bummed out.
Damn.
Aw, I'm
So
sorry.
in the comments below, let Luis know if you've ever been surprised by Jews.
Please.
And that's going to be the next ABC reality
Yeah.
on-camera thing.
Jew
Like,
or not Jew. People be like, we had a series called Filipino or Latino.
Yes.
Do you remember that? All right, moving on.
Okay. Yeah.
So we got. So my pick was Pirates of the Caribbean. The real winner, obviously, Cars 3. Good job, Spencer.
Yay! I won.
Number 7 pick, Spencer. You picked The Mummy.
Ooh, not a good choice.
goddamn trash heap.
DJ, you picked Dunkirk.
That's a
which
good choice.
already
It was
got in
on the
there.
list at least.
Hitman's Bodyguard was Sam's next pick. Dunkirk was Star's next pick.
Yeah.
And War of the Planet of the Apes was my pick, which also was the 7th pick.
Did you guys
Nice.
see War of the Planet of the Apes?
No.
You missed
I
out.
want
Those
to.
movies
I really
are
want
fucking
to.
phenomenal.
I know.
I never
Yeah.
saw the first one, so I never saw any of them after
The
this.
I've never seen the first one. I saw
Dawn-
the second one.
Dawn is basically perfect.
Dawn is
Wait.
in my top 10 favorite movies. It's
Dawn
fucking
is
perfect.
The second one.
Second one.
See,
Rise
I
is the
get,
first.
Okay, it's very confusing.
It's
Rise,
Rise, Dawn, and really they should flip the names because it should be Dawn is the first one, then War, then Rise.
In the beginning of War, they do this kind of like little sum up on screen of
Yeah.
what it is, and they use the titles of the movies as a way to explain
To
where they're
explain
at,
them.
which is kind of cool. It's like the Rise was the rise of the apes. Dawn was the dawn of ape civilization, and then War is the war between apes and humans.
Even
and I
though
was
it's
like,
not really.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
But I still
Still a good
War
movie. Great
was such
movie.
a fucking good movie. It was so good.
I want to see it.
Check
Check out Sam's video on SourceFed Nerd.
Oh yeah.
No longer Now This Nerd.
Yeah,
Yay.
officially. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
officially SourceFed.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the 8th pick. We're almost done here, baby boys. Spencer, you picked Baywatch.
Hell yeah.
DJ, you picked Dark Tower.
Oh, this is a rough one. This is a rough one.
Sam, you picked Dunkirk.
Yeah, it's on the list.
yeah.
Star, you picked Despicable Me, and I unfortunately picked The Mummy.
Yeah.
Yep.
The real
We all
winner
have
here
one, at least.
is Transformers. $130 million.
Yeah.
Ah,
I haven't been saying all the money. I'm sorry, everybody.
okay.
You can look it up, Box Office Mojo. Let's move on. Number 9, Spencer, you picked the Emoji Movie.
oh, hell yeah.
DJ, you picked Rough Night.
Ooh.
Now,
Ooh, wrong one.
wrong one.
Wrong one.
Sam, you picked Emoji Movie.
What's right one? What's right one?
Oh, I'm getting there.
Okay.
Star, you picked Transformers. I picked Dunkirk. The right one was Girls Trip.
Girls Trip.
That was the right one, which I hear.
I've heard
Wait,
really
then
good
which
things
one-
about
I am
it.
constantly hearing really good things about Girls
what's-
Trip.
which one's Rough Night then?
Rough
getting-
Night's
Night's
the one with
Scarjo.
the white
It's the
girls.
white version of Girls Trip.
There you go.
But they like kill somebody. They do
Which
the
I
whole
heard
like
wasn't-
killing a hooker trope.
I heard it wasn't as bad as it looked in the trailers. I actually heard it
Girls
was
Trip or Rough Night?
both.
Okay.
I heard they were both good. They were.
That's another one that baffles me, that when you have a movie like Girls Trip that does that well, like, why don't more big studios are like, should we
Why don't
make
we do
more
this
movies for
more?
black people? No. Why? Why would we?
It got approved for a sequel, so
Yeah,
that's
I just thought about it's decision making confuses me.
they better go to
sometimes.
space. I want
There's
Better
that
film it in
Trevor.
space.
To space. Then
Girl-
Sam's on board.
You gotta get the It's so funny. Someone stumbles into the space shuttle and
Yeah.
then takes off. And they're like, "Oh no, guess we gotta have a bachelorette party in space," and it's great.
I'm actually
would
pretty.
watch
You could
that
walk
version
into
of The Martian.
Yeah, you could watch. The Martian's so good. Have you not seen The Martian?
Yes, I've seen
it's
The
so
Martian.
Oh my
good.
goodness.
She
I've
read
seen
it.
The I
Did
read
you-
it.
did you
so
like
I
The
wanted to
Martian?
see it. I did. I
Then
enjoyed
you'd
it a
love
lot.
Bone Tomahawk.
I did. I didn't
The
see
synopsis
it.
for Bone.
Don't just watch it.
Our number 10, here we go, ending it up. Spencer, you picked Atomic Blonde.
Ooh, not a good
Yeah.
choice.
DJ, you picked Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
He's on there. Sam, you picked The Mummy. And Star, you picked Pirates of the Caribbean. I unfortunately picked The Dark Tower.
Hey, I'm not
And-
alone. I'm not alone.
The number 10 was good old baby boy Edgar Wright's Baby Driver.
Good for him. Good.
At least I had it on the list.
Star had it on the list.
had it on my
I
list.
really love that movie. That's
Yeah,
one of
that
my
was
favorites
such a
on
good
it.
movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
That was one of my
There's one
favorites.
flaw in it that still bugs me.
What is
That
it?
it's not one of the Cornetto trilogy.
No.
Okay.
It's that Kevin Spacey's decision at the end. I still think it's.
I back it because we don't know his
I
backstory.
see.
We don't know what
know
motivates him.
it.
He
We
sold
know
he sold me
enough.
on it.
We
My
know
one
enough.
critique of Baby Driver, which I think I probably told you guys, but is if I could change one thing, I would change Deborah into a dark-skinned black woman just to swap the cliche a little bit, because dark-skinned black women in general don't get roles like that where you
Yeah.
get to play the most innocent, sweet person.
Yes.
And I wouldn't have complained as much about the lack of depth of her because she's supposed to be a cliche. So it's just like, if you're going to be a cliche character that doesn't have like much going on, at least do something subversive with it.
Yeah.
So then it would have been a little different, and it would have cut out that whole weird mom thing.
I would have.
have
I would have made. I would have
What
made
weird
baby.
mom thing.
He went to that diner because that's where his mom
Baby.
used to work.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then
That's
yeah.
weird. That's
that
weird.
is bad.
I would have made Baby Black. Because all
I
the
would've
music
been
he
fine with that
listens
too.
to,
That
all
would've been
it
great.
just felt like it was just one of those times where it's like, actually, it's another situation is Kingsman. I think the main kid should have been black.
Ah,
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Happy
especially
about it.
since those.
I don't like
those
that Colin
movies,
Firth's coming back.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's your backtracking your best decision. The other one, and I've also started to think about. The more I think about Kingsman, it's like that's really just a celebration of white men. Just a big celebration of like, aren't white men great? And this is how to be a great white man.
They're
Really?
trying to fix it by adding Halle Berry to the sequel.
Well, and also Pedro
Right.
Pascal.
I'm
But if you
trying.
look at those posters, you're like, man, it's just
Pedro
not
Pascal
We're
is
trying.
not listed on the cast.
great. Even though I love him, and now you love him too because he's in your favorite season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We're going to dark horses here.
Ooh, little dark horse.
Spencer, you pick for your dark horses.
Okay.
Dark Tower.
God damn it.
That's a
Despicable
dark
Me.
horse choice.
Okay.
And Baby Driver.
Oh, look at
There you
that.
go.
DJ, you picked Valerian.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, for a dark, I mean, it didn't do well, but for a dark horse
Valerian
choice, I
that's
still
got,
pretty
stand by
good.
it.
Valerian got $40 million. You know what movie beat that?
Oh.
The Big Sick.
Hey, good
The
for
Big
them.
Sick is.
Big Sick
I just
Valerian.
downloaded it. I'm gonna try to watch
I
it
know.
tomorrow.
I
Let me
really want
know.
to see
I'm
it. I
excited
want
to
see
hear
it
about
too.
it.
I'm really torn because I want to support Kumail because I'm a big fan, but I don't want to watch a movie about.
It's
that
a comedy though.
I want to see it.
But
I
it's
hear really
still
good
about
things
sad
about it.
subjects, man. I don't need that shit.
You also picked Emoji Movie and Captain Underpants.
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to watch Captain Underpants. It's got a high
I heard it's
score.
good.
I heard good things.
Yeah.
It's on
I never
Amazon
saw it. And I
Prime.
grew up
Reading
reading
it.
those books.
And those
Grew up
books
as
were,
Captain Underpants.
Those books were crazy, and I loved them.
Yeah, they were so fun.
fucking time traveling.
Yeah.
Sam, you picked Annabelle.
Good
Valerian.
choice. That was a good movie. Did you guys see Annabelle
I haven't
Creation?
seen Annabelle.
No, but it's got great scores.
Really
It's-
good. I
yeah.
liked it. I personally liked it better than it.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. It's a good movie, but he's crazy.
I haven't seen it.
I was pleasantly surprised.
I just and this is different. I got the movie pass. Have you guys gotten the
Oh,
movie
yeah,
pass?
yeah.
You got it. I'm getting it. It's coming in the mail, and I feel like that is going to help me watch the movies.
Oh, I'm gonna go to so many
Yay.
movies.
Gotta make a movie podcast and we watch everything.
Yeah.
yeah, we got to do
Let's
that.
do a crossover.
Valerian, Sam,
Yeah.
and Atomic Blonde. And Star, you picked The Mummy, Eyes on Me.
I don't
and
remember what Eyes on Me is.
Is that the
Is that the 2-pack movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
that
yeah.
thing got torn
It got
apart.
18% or something on that.
But to be fair, the guy did look a lot like
He
Tupac.
did.
To be fair.
He really did.
And then you picked Valerian. I picked Emoji Movie, Baby Driver, and Atomic Blonde. Now, time to sum up the points.
Okay.
It didn't sound like I did real well.
Yeah,
if
I
I'm
don't
gonna be
think
honest
I
I don't
with
did
think
you.
real
any of
well.
us did really well. So it's
You got
anybody's
Baby
game.
Driver.
Who gets the $1,000 prize? I
Oh.
wanna know that.
I was like, what?
Coming in last place,
Me?
Sam Bashor.
Fuck, I knew it.
With 31 points.
That
Nothing,
does not-
nothing was lining up.
That does not bode well for me because our choices were pretty close.
Yeah.
Coming in fourth. There's 4 of us? 5 of us? Okay. Coming in 4th place, Spenser.
Yeah.
With 35 points.
Yeah.
Did I say how many points you had? 31.
31.
All right, boom, baby. Coming up next is DJ
All right.
with 36
shit.
points.
Oh,
Not
just
bad.
barely.
Shit.
Coming in second is Star with 34
Okay.
points.
I was
And
like,
Luis
I don't
took
want to win
the
this.
cake.
I took the
I
cake,
know these
everybody.
numbers.
Wait, didn't you say I had 36 points?
These numbers
36.
might be rigged. I don't know. Luis is the one with the
Wait, what is
chart.
that? But is 36 is more
36
than 34.
points.
Yeah, and she said she had 34.
Oh my God, you're right.
Oh, upset.
Twist! What a
Upset.
twist, everybody!
Did you just moonlight me?
I can't.
Except you didn't win.
Yeah.
So.
Oh wow, I can't do math. Yes, good job, DJ. We got a twist. Sam, then Star,
Ooh, what a
then
twist.
Spenser, then DJ, and then it's me.
What'd you get? What was your point?
I got 51 points.
Oh my
And
goodness.
He got
You
31
just-
points.
You just blew everybody out of
This
the
is
water.
I'm sorry.
A high score of 21 points.
I'll post this on the Slack.
Hey, if you haven't joined the Slack,
You should join Slack.
Sorry,
You should
everybody.
go join the Slack.
Sorry, everybody who made a Only Stupid Answers Slack, and I never went back there.
Oh yeah, that thing's still like every once in a while somebody posts like a hello.
And somebody got mad at me that I wasn't back there. That made me not want to come back more.
That did people like hello?
Then it felt like a
Okay.
challenge. It was like, wait a second.
Well, now
I'm
not
gonna go
coming back.
look and
Are
see
we
what the
gonna
last
do?
thing.
Are we gonna do like a winter movie situation?
Oh well, that's gonna be more of an Oscar nom.
oh yeah, we should do the
Oh,
I
Oscar.
don't know.
Oscars.
What are you gonna say, DJ?
I don't remember.
The
I don't
service?
remember.
We have to talk about going to Hamilton.
Yes.
Oh, but only us. We saw it. We have way more people on the thing. who
I saw
haven't
you
seen
guys
it.
went, and there was a big group of people, and then
But
Oh,
it was
great.
so
Why don't
good.
you
two
make
people
us-
weren't invited.
Yeah, why don't make us feel bad about it?
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, it probably was.
was very good.
Probably
Oh, it was
changed your
so good.
lives.
It didn't change my life.
Oh, well, guess what? Oh, who
But I
at
will
this
say it was very
table?
good.
Who at this table's going to Fantastic Fest?
Oh.
Next week.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome. That's
I
actually
wanna
generous.
go.
Yeah, we're
wait.
going as press.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Only Stupid Answers is an outlet for a week. Yeah. Hella.
That's
We're
fucking
excited
awesome.
about it.
Thank-
Sam, what movies are you excited about? We'll talk about this on the next our episode.
Boy. At Fantastic Fest?
You better stay tuned.
Oh,
No.
Don Hertzfeld, the guy who made Rejected Cartoons, has a new movie coming out there that I'm very excited
Wait,
about.
no shit, really?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's part 2 to his Oscar-winning short. And
The My Spoon is too big guy?
My
Yes.
spoon
Yeah.
is too big.
But if you go to Netflix, you can search Don Hertzfeld and find his space futurist short that's very funny and very depressing and very cool.
Sounds like him.
It's only about 8 minutes too, or maybe 13. It's
Oh,
very
that's
short,
great.
but it
It's
won
only
the
It's only
Academy
about
Award.
8 minutes or maybe 130.
I
It's one of the-
I get
somewhere
out
between
flipped.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. That and Star Trek 3. A
Yeah.
little get confused. But also the 3 billboards
Billboards?
in Ebbing, Missouri.
Yes.
It's getting a lot of buzz. Also, a friend of
And I
us-
have started hearing some good things about
Yeah,
that, so I
Alicia
was-
Malone,
Yeah.
a movie
Oh, yeah, yeah.
reviewer, has said many good things about it. So we have to drop everything and go see it when we're there. So I'm definitely
I'm
gonna.
excited.
so exciting. When is
for-
it?
Next week we leave on the
Oh
20th.
shit.
Yeah, I'm excited for Brawl on Cell Block 9 because that's directed by the same man who did, guess what? Bone
Tomahawk.
Ah,
It's come full circle.
Has
a
anybody at
hilarious
this
comedy.
table seen Bone Tomahawk?
no.
No.
So we need
It's
to
on
have
Amazon
a screening.
Prime. I highly like, we're gonna do a movie night because I love that movie.
We watched Tommy
That
Boy.
sounds
I'll
like
watch
such a-
it. I'll watch it.
I'm gonna watch Tommy
I'll
Boy.
watch it with
You're
adult
gonna,
people.
you're gonna love it.
Holy shnikes, everybody.
Holy shnipe.
What was I gonna? When you mentioned Fantastic Fest, I got
No.
like a flash of like stress, panic because
You're like, I haven't done anything for it yet.
yeah, because the past 2 years I've had to make these ridiculous
I-
posters of you guys.
I
Those
remember.
were so cool.
We should have jumped on that, Sam. We
Wow.
should have jumped on that.
Yeah,
And
we were
like,
on
it-
top of
so like my
things.
instinct just went like to like, oh god, last minute photo shoot. Oh shit, Photoshop. Themes.
Okay, talk about last minute. I don't think it was the last Fantastic Fest, but the one before that. Was it Ricky? He gave me all this footage. Like, you need to edit this today.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
of the whole trip?
Of the whole trip.
Yeah, I
You
remember
remember
that.
that?
It was supposed to be like, it was supposed to be 4 videos.
Yeah.
They got trimmed down to 1 as a big adventure thing, and I'm like, that was a big waste of all the coverage we did. If we
Yeah.
got
Hey,
that down
guys,
to
let's-
But I
maybe-
did it.
Let's
I
keep
did.
talking
It was a
about-
great video.
Let's keep talking about things we don't miss.
Yeah. I miss. Oh, but you're gonna go to the Fantastic Debates for the first time.
Yes.
Which, if you guys don't know, quick pitch for it. Nerds come on stage and debate nerdy topics. Like the one that is my favorite is which is better, Creed the movie or Creed the band. Creed the band won, of course. But to like solidify that, there's 2 rounds of debate and then 1 round, or then 2 rounds of boxing.
Oh, it's the thing that Whitney and Bree
Yeah,
did.
Whitney and Bree did. They fought our superhero movies ruining Hollywood, and the topic that won was no, they're not. They're actually helping make
Why-
money.
How can we become part of the Fantastic?
Do you want to fight?
Yes.
I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight.
Oh,
I'll
we're
put
gonna
you.
bring
You'll
this
fight.
thing?
You'll
Okay,
fight.
I'll fight.
And I'll
Yeah.
be your ring guy because I was Whitney's ring guy.
There
and
you
that
go.
was I got.
Who should I
fight? Spenser?
No, God, no.
John Schnepp. We'll get
John
John
Schnepp. There it
Schnepp.
is, there it
Yeah,
is.
the movie.
I'm
review.
trying to think
Somebody with the same reach.
you guys in this room. Like who would win in a fight?
It would not be me.
Honestly, between DJ and Luis. That's what
DJ's got the height.
That
do have
stings.
reach.
I'm the small, like.
No, honestly, it's more like who do I think can get secretly angry and like take that out? And like I
It's
feel
not a
like
secret with me.
I feel between the two. I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, Luis could hit dirty. I feel like that could work.
How do you know me so well?
I feel yeah, and like I was like, DJ's just also like you're very tall.
Yeah, I'm very tall. I got some reach.
You got some
just
swing.
not to
You're also tall too, Sam, but you're like a teddy bear though.
Yeah, that's
I don't-
That's
that's the
it's
secret.
a front.
That's the secret.
Yeah, when they corner me in an alley, uh-oh.
I feel like
I start crying and shitting myself, and they're like,
I feel like when you
this.
get mad,
It hurts.
Fucking
Sam,
leave it.
if I feel like if you get mad, you don't actually like do outwardly things. Like you just get sad.
I feel like-
the most times, there's 2 times in my life when I've gotten like really angry, and then I forget to breathe and I passed out. I passed out standing up, and I like pancaked. I pancaked and I woke up and I was like, what happened?
That is the best thing I've heard.
Amazing.
So
Just
yeah,
get so
you
angry.
want to face that in the ring? In the octagon?
I'm trying to analyze. This is me going, and I'm like, because I always have to think about if I could take people on in a fight.
You
That's
did
just
talk about this one day.
all the time. I used to pit up everybody at SourceFed against each other
Why?
all the time.
Why?
Just in case someone went crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that? Oh no, I don't want to talk about
Yeah, no. Spencer
Fought
gets
somebody?
really.
Have you ever gone crazy?
The only way I see Spencer getting into a fight is if he's defending somebody.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
somebody else is getting fucked up, then Spencer will come in and be
Yeah,
like a
if
little
someone
monster.
pushes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. You start talking shit about the Flash, you better watch yourself.
Guys,
Buster.
I'm not watching any of the previews for the new Flash and Arrow because I want to be surprised.
Wow.
Well, guess what? If you did, you still wouldn't know
Wow.
anything.
No,
Oh, really?
You
Yeah.
would get random clips that'll be spread out over 13 episodes, so you're not really sure.
So I can
Yeah.
what
watch
the
it and
narrative
that'd be
is.
fine.
Yeah, you just get a tease.
I don't
want to
know what
somebody.
happens
You
at the
get
end
like-
of Arrow
you
because
get
of that ending.
You
get
don't
like-
get anything from that.
You get like 3 clips from the new season interspersed with like a bunch of stuff from the past 5.
and then some hip hop music.
no.
So
Hip hop music?
Pop music.
Are
Pop
you guys
music.
are you guys doing a superhero roundup again?
We are.
It's the announcement.
Well, I mean, we've
I'm
got
so
elements that
sorry.
we're figuring out. We got elements that we're figuring
I'm just
out.
saying
but
because
it's gonna
I
be,
would like to join.
It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you are more
We're
than welcome to
having
drop
friends
by.
come
We've got-
on.
Yeah, it's we got some exciting plans
Because
for
now
that.
I'm finally caught up with everything. Remember that?
Oh
I was
yeah, you're
catching
trying to
up.
catch up.
What's your favorite
Oh man,
of the
that's
4?
hard.
Soon to be
It's
5.
4, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
hard. God, that's tough. I guess at this point,
It's Black Lightning. Yeah.
I don't know. They're all very different. They offer me different things. You
Yes,
know what
they
I
do
mean?
a good job of that.
They do a good job of
Yeah.
like every time I'm tuning in, I'm getting something different.
If
So
you said-
I like that.
If you said Legends of Tomorrow, I'd have a lot of respect for you because that show's fucking bananas.
Well, there
and
was
it's
a
so
the
much
time-
second
fun.
season's so good, man.
There was a time when I came in and I said, I love Legends of Tomorrow because
Yeah.
I was just off that first season. You know what I mean?
And the second season, in my opinion, is even better because they got the Legion of Doom, and then that space episode where they deal with Apollo 13. That came out when Iron Fist was coming out, and I'm like, more stuff happened in that one episode of Legends of Tomorrow than the entire 13 episode run of Iron Fist.
How is that possible? How like
You- but
seriously?
you remember the
No,
episode.
yeah, I do. But like seriously, how is that possible? Just move all of Netflix's production over to Vancouver.
Yeah.
To save all your money
Yeah.
and do
That's,
dragons.
you know what? Legit though, the Iron Fist should have been shot in
I
Vancouver.
don't know who said it when we were watching it at your house,
Yeah.
but that the fact that the first season should have been him in Kunlun
Yeah.
fighting, and then like shit goes awry, so then he has to go to New York to whatever, and then the Defenders start. You know what I
him
mean? And it
being-
explains everything.
Him being a dick would have made more sense because he's an awful character.
Yeah, and he would have been like, I can't handle this, and then it makes sense because he's supposed to be like all on his chi. He's a baby.
He's the
Is
worst.
it
he's
fair
the
to
worst.
say I could take him on?
Yes.
You could
Yeah.
star.
That actor,
Yeah.
Finn Jones. No,
I can
not
see
only
it.
not only could
Very
you beat,
one noted.
Not only could you beat Finn Jones in a fight, you could beat that version
could
of Iron
sneak up
Fist
on
in the
Danny.
show.
I could sneak
You
up on
could have
Danny really
Iron
easy.
Fist punch himself because he's a moron. Remember
you
that? I'm gonna get angry. Oh, oops.
Best line of the series is he's a thundering dumbass. That's
Yep.
a great, it's great catchphrase.
Also, like the best stick moment of all those shows too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the what?
Stick
Stick.
moment. His name is Stick.
Oh, Stick.
The old
Yeah.
man.
Come
That's
on,
right.
Spencer.
I do not. I watched 4 episodes of that show, and then I was like, that was good enough.
no.
That's
I
where,
had no
yeah,
tie
I
to
mean,
any of them.
Man, I was. Yeah, it did.
Episode 3 and 4 are amazing.
They're
Yeah,
good.
that's where I came in. I think
Yeah.
at 2.
Yeah.
I think I
God,
came in at 2.
Episode,
That
episode
fight-
1 has some awesome Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage moments.
That fight at the end where it was like the 3 of them versus the other 3 in episode 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it was like all.
It was edited
It was
real
so-
weird.
it was
though.
edited really bad. It was.
But the
direct-
idea was cool.
the idea, but it didn't. Execution was terrible.
There's
And
a lot
Jessica
of good
Jones,
ideas.
Yeah.
Every-
Should
does
we
Jessica
do a
Jones
what if
do?
on the Defenders?
We should.
Okay.
We were talking about
The
this
fight
before
scene.
we came over.
The fight scene where they all join up was
In
fucking
3?
cool. Yeah.
That's
Amazing.
the best.
Rewatching
That
it,
is
it's
the best
amazing.
one.
Yeah.
Amazing.
At Luke
But
Cage's
after
entrance,
that-
you're like, oh my god, you're
Yeah.
my favorite hero.
Second up is the fight between Iron Fist and Daredevil, which it's tough because the reasoning behind it's real stupid, but the fight itself is cool.
In what episode?
Yeah.
Sex.
Oh, okay.
sex-
Well, yeah, I
Luke
was out
Cage
by
versus
then.
Iron Fist is also pretty cool.
Yes.
Oh, that's a fun one.
It's really the
It's
only
fun.
time Danny looks good.
Yeah.
Like overall.
And it's when he's like losing bad.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's great because we get to make fun of him.
Yeah.
Is that in this thing? Is that fist it's like a one-off? Like once I use it, I'm done.
What? Oh, Iron Fist? No, it's getting a second season.
No, I mean when it powers
He has
up.
to go
Yeah.
munch on food and get the energy.
He's like
back.
Goku from Dragon Ball. He has
There
to
you go.
eat.
Yeah.
and then it's just the
replenish
one.
his
It
chi.
looks.
Yeah,
Which I
fun.
wish they
That's-
would make more of a joke because that's funny. That's
That's
a
like-
funny thing to be like, I used up all my energy. Now I need to eat a billion meals. Like
No.
more, like make him funny.
Exactly.
That's just me every
He has to
day.
eat a lot.
I just do
wish-
anything, and then I need to eat a bunch.
I wish
Yeah.
like he would use the fist and then he just shits all over the place. Like his body he just voids his bowels
Yeah.
every time he uses it. Like the Iron Fist
He
is real
can't
great.
walk.
That
He
would-
can't like see. He's just like he's on the ground like writhing. He's like, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it.
Great Defenders moment. I'll hit you hard so hard you can see.
Oh yeah,
a
that's right.
great
That was
line.
a great line. That
Jessica's
was so good. Yeah. No, I was glad I got out when I did because after I got out, then everybody was like, "Oh, it got real bad," and I was like,
Yeah, it's fine.
"I saw the best and I got
Classic.
out." But
Well,
It
that's
goes
all-
from good to fantastic to fine to not so good.
But Daredevil season 3 is
When did the Lieberman fall asleep? When were
basically as soon as he got there. Yeah. Basically as
Came
soon as he
in,
got
take a
there.
nap.
Take a nap. Oh god damn.
okay, well, we have some questions here that we can answer. And this actually a question that kind of what is one stupid decision that you don't regret at all? Not a stupid answer, but it is a stupid decision that you don't regret at all. Yeah.
I have one that I do regret today.
Okay.
Okay, so today at work we have a new person that's like she's not always in the office, and we're talking stuff, and I'm like, yeah, so you know who's that other person that works with you? Sam, something, and she's like, oh, that's me, And I'm like, oh shit, I am so sorry I forgot your name. And I just completely like in front of her just say like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And
that
both of our
sucks.
faces turned red. And like I could see her being awkward. and me
that's
being
so weird.
Yeah. Like, who's this Samantha? I was like, that's me actually.
Who's that dumb bitch Sam?
Yeah.
Whatever.
She lost all my shit,
real,
man.
yeah.
God damn it. When will she leave?
Yeah.
Where is she?
But things that I don't regret.
What if you were
I can't think of a
extra mean?
single mistake I've made that I didn't dwell on for at least a month.
I've come to terms with a lot of mistakes
Yeah.
I've done. One time, when you get drunk, sometimes you two don't drink, right?
We don't know.
Okay, over here. When you drink, sometimes you'll just kind of zone out. I mean, normally, but when you're drunk, you zone out more. I zoned out once, and when I zoned back in, I saw a bunch of people staring at me because I zoned out in the direction of a woman's ass, and I was like, oh no, and like there's no way to recover. There's literally nothing I can do now because now I'm a pervert, because there's no way to explain. Don't worry, I'm just wasted right now at this press event, and I was not looking at your ass. Your ass just moved in the way of where I was zoning out, and so but all that thought happened really fast in my head. So like I was like, and I looked down. I was like, and I started laughing because I'm like, I literally can't do anything right now. There's nothing I can do. I just have to accept that all these Viners over here who saw me do this, like they had to accept that they're never gonna like me because they think I'm a pervert. I'm like,
Good thing Vine's dead, right?
yeah, exactly right. Thank God for me. But like, I was like, there's nothing I can do. I can't go over. I mean, if I go and apologize, it's like that's
worse.
a weird
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
to do. And like, there's nothing. I just have to like, just swallow my pride and just accept that I fucked up. I didn't nothing intentional.
So you don't regret it.
I mean, I regret like zoning out that way.
Yeah.
But nothing I did was harmful. Like it was completely by accident. Like completely. I just can never explain it in a way that the person that it happened to would understand. Because if it went reversed, if I like caught someone staring at my crotch for like, I have no idea how long I was zoned out for, because it must have been long enough for somebody in the group to notice, and then they like. They manned up to say it to the girl, and then everybody turned around. So there was a long process where I wasn't listening to the conversation happening near me, and I was just zoning out.
I would like to see what you were thinking about at that time. Like,
It could have been. It was after we saw Pop Star, that Lonely Island movie, and I was just thinking about, and the Lonely Island were there, and I was like, oh fuck, what am I gonna say to? They all have really cool names. Akiva,
Jorma.
I wanted to talk to Jorma because he was like talking to Steve and stuff, and I was like, I want to talk to him because he's like, he knew Phil, and I was like, I can't.
Which is the one that directed MacGruber?
I think Akiva is the director.
MacGruber's fantastic.
I don't know if he directed that, but he's usually the director.
Fantastic.
I wanna see it.
It's way better than it has any right to be.
Yeah.
Better than Tommy Boy?
Yes.
That's not
Easily.
Right. No, that was wrong. That was a test. You're supposed to say.
Have you seen Black Sheep?
It's the same movie.
When I was a kid, I was like, oh, these are the same movies. And then I learned that they're two different titles.
I love
Wait,
both
they're
of
two
them.
different titles?
No, they're two different movies, but the plot is
Exactly.
the same.
Is it like No Strings Attached and
basically-
Just Friends or whatever those two movies?
Those
But
movies-
it's the same cast.
It's the same cast too.
Wait,
yeah.
it's the same cast?
It's David Spade and Chris Farley, and so Chris Farley is this fuck up who comes back to a hometown to help a family member out in some sort of road trip scenario, and David Spade has to go along with him and be the straight man to keep him on track. In both scenarios, one, he's trying to save his dad's company. The other one, he's trying to help
Save
his brother run for governor of a state. But it's literally the same shit. He gets high in both of them. He fucks up real bad, and by the end, he somehow saves everything. And you're like, it's the same shit. It's the same movie, but they're both amazing. They're both
really good.
phenomenal movies.
What? How does that happen? Do they go,
because they
okay,
will-
let's do
They
Tommy
go,
Boy,
"This
but with
made
a little bit of
money,
a
let's
twist?
do it
Yes,
again."
they were like, we love Chris Farley and David Spade. Let's do it again. And they're like, Black Sheep.
I think it's fair to say that those movies saved the 90s. I think it's fair to say that. And if you guys have any disagreements with me, I won't hear them.
Boom.
I won't hear them.
I'm going to zone out looking at a woman's ass.
I didn't know. Maybe it was a trick.
Stupid decisions that I don't regret. I moved out to LA for a boy. Which is a stupid thing to do.
I
I
don't
used
know.
to tell
Really
people,
dumb.
my excuse was there's more graphic design opportunities in
Which is
LA.
true.
Which is also true.
Yeah.
Not really the reason I moved out.
No.
But I don't regret get that because I love LA. And this
Yeah.
is like my new hometown.
Nice.
So that didn't work out, but the city worked out.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Guys, if you ever have that kind of scenario, because I've been in similar ones, it's never gone through, but it's like, leading up
Yes.
to it, and then finally we have to have like a real talk, and we're like, oh, this doesn't actually work. Don't move for people unless you're like
You
you're
need something
engaged.
else.
I almost
like,
do that
or
for
you're married
college.
already.
You need
Yeah.
a secondary thing. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't have moved if there were no job opportunities. So that
Like-
helped, but
Yeah.
the main reason was the dumb
Also,
thing.
I'd like to suggest to not work with a significant other.
That's a little rough sometimes.
Yeah,
too. You gotta be,
and
you gotta be
mostly
lucky.
because it's rough for everybody
I'm a
around
little bit
you.
scared of that.
Yeah, when it's
I've
it's,
seen a mix of that on two ones where it's just like, ooh, that was a bad idea. But I've also seen it where it's just like, oh no, I'm glad you two are working this like you figured it out.
because
I've seen I've seen when the person is not there at the job and
Yeah.
then that person does not work because they don't know how to not function without.
See, that's
the other
unhealthy
person.
too, though.
Oh yeah, but for work wise, when you're trying to just get shit done and you're just like, please just let them be here so that they could get the stuff done. I'd rather that than.
I wonder how Jonathan Nolan and his wife.
Yes.
Work.
It was Emily?
Why?
Emmy?
Who?
Emily?
the producers. Yeah,
Emma
producers
Thomas?
have-
it's the same thing. Zack Snyder does the same thing. Hey, yeah,
Who knows?
Mind you, in the way when it worked scenario, it did not seem like I knew they were together, but it didn't seem like they had like a romantic. It seemed like they were a better working couple than they were actually like a couple. You just and when you found out, like, oh yeah, they're okay. I guess that makes sense. They're efficient, but they didn't seem like romantic.
Might
That
help if
makes
they're in
sense.
different departments too. If one of
Yeah,
them
and they were
becomes-
also like
yeah,
the department next door, but that they worked together, but they weren't in the same room.
that can help a lot.
Yeah, like Hannah and I have worked on films together. She's worked on the films that I was directing, and she does makeup, and so it's like we're in
guys
completely
work-
separate rooms.
Oh.
But we work well together. I mean, I
Yeah.
can go over and give her direction or whatever. But like,
Then that works, and that's fine.
we're
It's
in
just-
totally
yeah.
different rooms. So
Yeah.
I think that. But if you were like working, if it was like two people producing something and things were really hard, and you just
can't escape that.
Yeah, and you.
But what
and-
about,
and
like,
you're
yeah.
also with them for like if you live with them, like I live with, like you're with them 24 hours for like 4 months as you shoot this thing. Like that can be really. With anybody, it would be really
Yeah.
difficult.
Cabin fevery.
Yeah. What were you gonna say? Who's gonna say that? You were
I
gonna
was
say?
just saying director and actor.
Director and actor would be really hard.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially I feel like it. There are. I'm not going to name names, but I've been on. I was on a set before I worked at SourceFed.
Uh-huh.
Was it before I worked at? It has to be before I worked at SourceFed, where it was a music video, and the actor, who was like a bigger actor, his wife. They were shooting at his house, and his wife was there during the shooting, and he had to like be dancing and like kissing another woman.
Right.
classic.
And I thought they would be totally fine because they were like bigger, like big, like
Yeah.
people that you know. And I thought they would be used to it, and she was not happy.
Wait, did she like
Well, here-
snap in the middle of
you
the
know
shoot?
No,
Because-
she was. You could just tell from her face. She was like, every time they would call action, she'd be like,
You know
Like,
what my
look away
first
as
thought
it's
though is
happening.
on that? It's because it was in their house.
it wasn't in their house. We were just shooting. We were shooting like in the yard, like next to their house.
Like, kind of the house.
That's
yeah.
too close to home.
Maybe.
I think that's
Literally.
what that is.
But
it's
here's
literally.
the thing: they ended up getting divorced
Oh.
about a year later. So I don't
Classic.
know.
Classic.
Yeah.
There was
the
something.
wife's name?
Sorry, I was going to
I
say
also-
I get it.
yeah,
I can
yeah.
get it out of you.
Yeah.
One of the people was in Inglourious Bastards.
That's
That
a
gives
big
you an
cast.
indication.
Angelina Jolie and Brad
Yeah.
Pitt.
Definitely not them.
Makes sense.
Otherwise,
Wink, wink.
Wink,
Yeah.
wink. Not
Wink,
them.
wink.
We get
no.
it.
No, it was definitely not them. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
but it was
Or
like
wink.
it was like that caliber of people where I was like, oh, these people are gonna be just fine, and I was producing the music video, so I was like, they'll be just fine. We'll shoot the house, and like it was not. They weren't. She was not happy. So it was just interesting to see, like, even at that level, that they were still not cool with it, which was hard, you know,
Yeah.
to like watch her go through that as a. And I think that might have. I mean, I don't know, speculation, but like it makes me really sad that Anna Faris and.
Oh, it was Anna Faris and Chris Pratt. That was the music
Yeah,
video we
there
were
you
shooting.
go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, you know, like.
Yeah, I'm
that
I'm
was really
torn
sad.
on that so much
Very
because a part of
sad.
me is just like, yeah, that's a real bummer, and the other part of me is like, oh, Chris Pratt's single.
Hey.
One time,
Hi, hello. But also, that's really sad.
Yeah.
Genuinely, that sucks.
one time, or the first time I was hanging out with Mr. Darren Girdner and people when I started working at like the DeFranco offices. We all hung out, and it was the first time hanging out, and we were having fun. And I had a little too much fun, but we weren't doing anything crazy. We were just sitting around a table having great conversations, but I just wasn't pacing myself because I was just so excited not because of who they were. It was just like, oh, this is like I get to make friends now at
Right.
work, which is really cool because
yeah.
it's my first like real job. You know,
Yeah.
real job.
Real job.
And I was like,
Oh wait, I had to flash
"Excuse
back, and I'm
me?"
like, oh baby Sam with the bow tie.
baby first few months working there.
Oh.
No, before that, like baby.
Yeah.
And I was like, excuse me, and I went to the bathroom and vomited so much.
Oh, I did.
so
I did the same thing when
I've
I
done
went
that,
to.
that's fine.
I was in the theater, like a first party. I'm seeing everyone that I hang out at the theater. We're gonna chill out. This is gonna be great. And I did the same
all
thing.
of
I
it,
vomited. Yeah.
just everything in me.
I don't know
all
how
of
I got
it.
home.
And I went to, I was like the living room. I was like, hey, this is a cool couch, and I just laid there and I went to sleep.
Do you guys remember when we went to the trampoline place?
Yeah.
How'd it
Yeah.
go?
The first, it was like one of my it was like my first month there or so, and we went to the trampoline place next to.
Yeah.
Remember we did the thing,
Sky
Darren.
High.
Darren, you and I did the thing, Sky High, where we jumped over the thing that was spinning.
It's like, okay, so it's like a hydraulic stick with padding.
Yeah.
And it spins around and tries to knock you off
I
this
might
little
have
podium.
that
Nice.
Yeah.
footage.
It's so goddamn
Okay.
fun because you immediately get tired after the first
Yeah.
jump and you're like, it's still coming. You can't duck.
So we did that, and I was so excited because it was like my first.
You like bust your ankle.
No. So we were jumping on the trampolines, and I was like going fucking full out, like just as. And nobody knows this because it was my first week there, and I didn't want to tell anybody. But after we did that, and then we went and jumped more, and everybody was still out there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna run to the restroom. I went to the restroom and just threw up everywhere. I just threw up so much, just
That's so funny.
and then I came back and kept going because I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want it to be awkward.
Yeah.
I think I had I
was
have
like
clips from that
pale.
day. I want to say the vlog's probably called Boys on Trampolines. I think I just named it because it was like everyone was
Classic.
being a goof.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
You could probably see me get really pale at one
Yeah.
point, and then reappear with color back
That's
in my
just
face.
how you look when you work out, man. It's
Yeah.
all good. We got
I've
it.
done that at like same thing, out dancing, group of friends, but I'm like really tense and anxious for whatever reason. But in like while dancing, but I don't have any shame about it. I'm like, whoever I was dancing was like, I'm gonna go puke. And I just went.
Man, I've not puked in years.
Or if
here's
you were
the thing,
making out with somebody, you're like, I'm just gonna go puke.
Wait,
Did you do that, please?
oh shit, I've done that. I was being driven home, and I was nauseous because I drank too much. But I
course.
was being driven home, and then like it was like end of the night thing at the car, kiss, and then I went, oh, I don't feel good. And then I went, open the door, and then puked, and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. I just gotta go lay down. And he's like, all right. Still went on a few dates after that, so it was still fine.
There you go.
But like, it was, it happens. I puke frequently, as you guys know. Like, I do that.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not.
kind of.
I don't like puke.
I haven't puked. I haven't puked in probably decades.
That's
Don't
probably
be
bad for you.
lactose intolerant, and don't be super sensitive to alcohol mixed with dairy.
I mean, so far I'm doing pretty old.
I do not like dairy-based alcoholic
like
beverages.
like
Oh, like a
Kahlua
White
and all
Russian?
that. I haven't had a Kahlua in like a decade.
You're probably
because
not missing out.
No, those used to be my favorites. I used to love like eggnog, all that stuff, putting rum in it. It's just the pills don't work.
I'll make
No.
you mulled wine. It's the best. It's
Mold
Oh, I've had that.
wine?
Mulled wine is the
Mold?
shit. It's so good.
MOULD. It's
Oh,
warm.
okay.
So
You
good.
boil wine in a.
Luis
in a
had the
big,
same
no,
reaction.
I know it's really
do
big
you like
in like
sangria?
Europe and stuff.
Yeah.
It's,
Think sangria, but like an apple cider, hot apple cider.
Why is it called mold wine? Why you gotta ruin it?
it's German.
I gotta ruin it.
It's also called Glühwein because it's German.
They're
It's
like-
great.
It's like
Oktoberfest.
it's
So good.
it's like spicy apple cider, but it's wine, and it's like it's so good.
When we were in Europe, we'd get it every morning because it's a vacation and we're not driving, so we just walk around Europe and we'd be drinking this like really hot wine when it's cold out and be like,
That
I'm
sounds
drunk in public.
amazing.
It's amazing.
That sounds so
and you,
much
And you get
fun.
extra cocky when it comes to like trying out your French. You're like, bonjour.
Omelette du fromage.
They
I
know a
learned
lot
that
of
from
English.
Dexter's
Yep,
laboratory.
that's my yep. That's my
That's
go-to for that.
That's what my friend kept saying. The
Getting
whole time.
Tartakovsky.
Oh no! What does that mean?
It's a
Cheese omelet.
Cheese omelet.
People are just bringing you cheese omelets.
Omelette du fromage.
Omelette du fromage.
I just heard omelette.
Omelette.
Yeah, I didn't hear words. I was just like, oh, you're just saying something.
French curse word? Merde.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
shit.
Mierde.
Merde. Is that Spanish?
That's Spanish, the same word.
There you go. We learned
is-
2 curse words. Merde. M-E-R-D. Merde.
Yeah, but what is it?
Shit.
Shit.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Mierde.
You- or-
Weird and just and
it's
shit.
fun to learn I would learn new curse words and I'd be practicing them under my breath and I'm like, oh wait, that's bad. That's a shitty
If
thing
you're
to do.
in the country,
Yeah,
not a good idea.
I really like putain de merde. It just means like fucking shit, and it's just like I think that's so
That
cool.
sounds cool. Putain de merde. Like
Putain de
your
merde.
mouth has to do a lot of
Yeah,
things.
putain de merde, and it's like I was like just like practicing it over and over again. I'm like, wait, don't do that.
You just go
In my
do
head,
that
I'm like, I
crowded
know,
subway.
I know
Shit.
all the Spanish curse words, and I don't want to do
They're
it.
so fun. It's so much fun.
But I just, a part of me is just like, I'm getting like little flashbacks of like just being scolded for saying stuff. Malcriado, I think, was my favorite. Which
What's
I think
that?
is just bastard. Like malcreation is the
Oh,
holy
that's cool.
shit. Malcreation?
malcriado.
That's pretty
Bastard.
insulting.
Puto malcriado.
That stings more than.
Yeah, I
bastard
can't think
does.
of the answer to that question. I'm sorry.
I know I can't. The only thing
What
that I
was the
can think of
question?
it was like things that you've
But you already
done,
answered
stupid
it.
I answered it a
decisions
couple
you've
times.
made, stupid decisions that you've made that you don't regret.
Yeah.
And
it leads to funny stories. That's usually what.
Well,
my thing is.
the only one that I can think of, I've already talked about, which is the time that I cheated on my Spanish test.
Yes.
Was that
You
episode 1 or
fucking
2?
That was
demon.
episode 1, I
I think
think.
it was the first episode, or was it the one with Ava? I think it was
Maybe
episode.
it was
I think it was the one with
yeah.
Ava, whichever the one with Ava was. I think it was that one. So if you want that story, go back there. But I cheated on one Spanish final, and got away with it. But I took drastic measures to get away with it. And that was a really dumb decision, but I don't regret it because now I get to have that. Now I'm like, I did
Because
it,
now
and
you're fluent in Spanish.
now I have no idea any words
I
in
think
Spanish.
all mine are all travel based. It's just me going last minute, like, I'm going to go there.
Yeah.
And then I went and I was like, ooh, that wasn't a good decision. My wallet's going to not enjoy that, but I had a fun experience. So
I
was
did
like,
that.
oh.
Yeah.
I did that twice this year. I did that twice this year. Probably not the smartest financial decision, but real fun.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you just gotta
Well, it's
make
not
those
like you had a big
decisions.
financial change in your life, so
I
you know,
right?
right?
It didn't sting too bad.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much. We are at
Super long
an hour
episode.
20. Yeah,
You're
so
welcome.
We can do it. Let's even it out to an even 3.
but thank you guys so much for coming, and thanks for thanks for
course.
stopping by. I know
Yeah.
it's
What
a
did we
little-
talk about? Oh, the movie thing.
The movie
That was
thing.
ages ago.
Long
Yeah.
time ago.
But
Sam
yeah,
got drunk, vomited in that
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
that's all we talked about.
Check
was
this
so-
cup.
But where can they find you? I mean, I assume most of the people listening to this know where you are, but if they don't, where can they find you?
Go for it, DJ.
OnlyStupidAnswers.com is where we have all our social media and all our episodes. You go to Twitter at OnlyStupidAnswers.
Yank out the vowels from stupid.
Again, if you OnlyStupidAnswers.com, it's where you can find our podcast every place you want to be. You want to
Check out patreon.com/onlystupidanswers
Yes.
because we
I was just gonna
have
ask about
bonus
that.
episodes there. We have video podcasts there. We have movie nights. We have Google Hangouts. We have care packages.
Yeah, and when you sign up to
Wow.
whichever tier you choose, you get all of the backlog of that tier. So it's
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff.
You just gotta scroll
Wow.
through it.
Yeah.
You gotta
That's
scroll through
exciting.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real cool. We just sent out our first batch of care packages, and
Oh,
they're pretty
that's
sweet.
isn't
No.
that where didn't I see
That's
you?
where you ran it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What a
I ran
weird-
into Sam and DJ at Meltdown,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
comic shop, and in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And that day, it was really weird. It was a really weird day because
especially at Meltdown.
well, that's what I'm saying. It's a really weird day because you guys were like, oh, well, I guess we'll just go to Meltdown. You were telling the story about about how you were just like, I guess we'll go to Meltdown because that's a normal comic shop you go to.
Yeah, and we had a bunch of options, and we weren't even planning on going to that day to begin with, and just it was weird.
And then we weren't going to go to Meltdown. Hannah and I went, but we weren't going to go to Meltdown because we were looking for X-Wing pieces for the X-Wing game. And we were like, maybe they'll have them. We'll go and just see what new stuff is out.
Yes.
And so we weren't going to go at all. And then we were like, we'll just run by because it's on our way and so to the other shop. And so we did, and we stopped in. And not only did we run into DJ and Sam, but also at that very same time, there was a man who came into Meltdown Comics, tried to read the comics, like tried to grab a bunch of comics and sit down at the table and read them. The owner went over, apparently, allegedly, and told him you can't do that. The guy freaked the fuck out and like started tearing things off of
And
all
attacked
the
him.
shelves, and then attacked the owner or the
Oh my
manager or
God.
whatever.
Yeah,
If
he
you
threw a
guys-
giant.
You guys saw it better than I
statue
did.
over.
I caught the tail end of
If
it.
you've ever been to Meltdown, there's a big statue as soon as you enter of like the spaceman. He shoved the owner into it and it fell and broke an arm off, which is a bummer.
It's like a $5,000 statue or something.
yeah.
Holy shit.
But as that was occurring, as the very tail end of that was happening, I walk in and I'm like, what? Because the comics were like everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're all over the floor. And I walk in, I'm like, what happened? And then I see Sam stand up holding a comic. I'm like,
Yep.
what is happening?
It's a
So
weird day.
It was a real
I
weird
was
day.
trying to steal comics, but you came in and ruined it.
No, Sam was being a nice boy and was picking up some comics. What do you-
So yeah, our care packages, but also if you want to find Sam, you can find him at Sam Bashor.
oh yeah, at
On
Sam
everything
Bash.
every
that
place-
matters.
Are
Still
your
got
care
t-shirts?
packages? Is it like your version of like a loot crate? Is that what?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit, little loot crate.
Oh,
It's
but
got,
yeah.
it's got well, just a tease of one because we're prepping our next one right now.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I'm excited because it might have Fantastic Fest stuff in it. But we had a bunch of graphic novels. We had handwritten letters from each other.
Yes.
We had
Aww.
To each other.
yeah, to each
it's-
other.
yeah.
They're not involving the people.
Yeah.
But then posters and T-shirts and stuff like that. So you
That's
got
Yeah, so that's really
Cool.
cool.
you got your money's worth. Also, after shipping, it maybe was even. It was maybe even.
Yeah, and then at DJ Talks Trash for me, DJ Talks Trash.
Yes.
There it is.
Every place that matters.
Woo!
cool.
That's awesome. And thanks again to HelloFresh.
Oh, HelloFresh, where
Thanks
you can
again to
get your
HelloFresh.
food to be fresh and hello.
It was very good.
Oh,
Very
hello, it's
tasty.
You can
fresh.
use you can use the promo code WSL30
Yes.
at hellofresh.com to get $30 off your first purchase, and
Oh, hell yeah.
and then you'll help us out a little bit too, and try it out. It's
genuinely
really
is really neat to just get
it's
a
actually
box
really
of
cool.
food
Yeah.
just showing up. You're like,
we got
oh.
our box of food, and we were like, you mean we don't have to? We could just make food? Like it's
Yeah.
all.
We got a free apron.
We did get a free
Yeah.
apron.
Yeah, they
Oh.
give you free aprons.
Those are pretty
I have
cool.
like 3 of them, but like I'm happy.
Do you wear
with them.
aprons when you cook?
Well, now I do. I have so
Now
many.
that
Now you have
I
HelloFresh.
throw them away right after.
You just use them disposable.
Yeah.
Like napkins.
I love it. Well, thank you guys again for stopping by, and
Yeah.
and we'll have you guys on again when we're doing the Oscars thing.
And you'll come
Ooh.
onto ours.
Yeah, we gotta do a
Yes.
crossover
a
on you
big
guys.
mega one. We just need you to bring mics.
We got mics. We got plenty of mics. Look at Luis could just take his
I'm
right
ready
off.
to go.
Yay!
All right.
And we'll play it out with the theme song.
Goodbye. We stayed
I want the ringtone for that.